Yeah, I had a question on 8.3, number 11A, and generally speaking, this one is really hard. I wrote it all out, and let me kind of go through the steps. It's the same steps as kind of solving any basic rational equation. This one, the numbers just kind of end up big and obnoxious, and it just takes a little bit of work. So what I did was, and it had written it as like f of x plus g of x. So I just started it here with the setup where this is, I think, my f of x, this is my g of x. Um, and then it had the prompt equals this value. So first thing I did was I cleared my fractions, and so I had 24 x minus 2 and x plus 2, so that's my LCD. So I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by that. And then this is a step I usually do in my head, but I wanted to write it out, so if people are having a hard time with the canceling, this is the spot you're struggling at, is right here. So if you just picture kind of this red 24 x minus 2 x plus 2 up in each of these numerators, that would look just like what I wrote out. And then you can see the canceling. So here the minus 2 is down here, so it's going to cancel. The plus 2's are going to cancel, and the 24's are going to cancel. And then on this next line, all I'm doing is just writing out kind of what was left. And then right here, x plus 2, x minus 2, I wrote it as x squared minus 4. Distributing the 24's through, that got me this. Distributing that negative 5 through, watch that sign right there, got me that. And I canceled my plus 48 minus 48, and then collected my like terms. So now I got everything down as condensed as I can. And at that stage, then I could either bring the 48 to the right side or the other stuff to the left side. I went this direction just because I like a positive A term. So I brought these over, so then I end up with my A is 5, my B is 48, and my C is negative 20. That said, there are a couple of ways you could do this. If you wanted to suffer greatly, I mean like just absolutely a lot, you could try to complete the square, but that would be terrible, so I would suggest not doing that version. Quadratic formula, if the numbers are big and you're not strong at factoring, just shove it in the quadratic, and I showed that work here. So there's my A, B's, and C's. I just tossed it in. That 2704 ends up being a nice number, and so that's how you know it would have factored. And then here I'm just, sorry, dog hair, negative 48 plus 52 right there. That got me that 4 over 10 reduces. And then the second half is negative 48 minus 52. That's right there. That's negative 100 over 10. Got me negative 10. If you're going to go take like 17 more math classes, you super should be able to factor this. So, couple of ways to do that. The guess and check version is a terrible method of factoring, so if you learned that one in high school, forget it. I like this version, but you can also do something called AC that I'll show up here in half a second as well. So for this version, it's called magic method. I go 5 times negative 20, and I get negative 100. And then I say what two numbers multiply to be that negative 100 and add to be this positive 48. So it's a lot like what multiplies to the end and adds to the middle. The only difference is you're doing the 5 times negative 20. And that's true whether you do it this way or using AC method as well. I'll also point out, if you're like already like going, oh, I don't want to see the rest of this, this was a lot of hard work. This actually wasn't that hard. So 5 times negative 20, negative 100, and then the 50 and negative 2 give me that negative 48. And then all I did was I rewrote that 5x. I just put in an extra 5, put my two numbers in, reduced out the extra 5, and then there's the x and the 10. And then x plus 10 has a 0, it would be negative 10. And then 5x minus 2 at 0 would be bring that over and divide and get the 2/5. So if you're good at factoring, that was actually a lot less work for me, because I'm equally good at both methods. I would much rather do this than all that. The other way that you can get here to the same spot, if you prefer, is 5x squared. Oops, this pen isn't very good. Go grab a different pen. 5x squared. You still would have to do this and get that 50 and that minus 2. And then you just go plus 50x and then minus 2x. I could have put that in the other way. I would have got the exact same answer. And then minus 20 equals 0. And then I could treat it as a grouping problem now that I split up that 48. So taking out a 5x, I would get 5x here, x plus 10. Here, I need to get another x plus 10, so I'll take out a negative 2. About to have a cat fight next to me. And then this, remember, is our common factor, so I take that out front. x plus 10, and 5x minus 2 equals 0. So exact same way, right? I got same thing 3 different ways. So however you are most comfortable solving that quadratic, then that's your solution from there. But for all of us, this first part's going to be the same, and then it's really preference how you get to the negative 10 and the 2/5. So that is a tough one. Good question. Hopefully that helps you out.